everyone. My name is Andy Latz, and I'm the host of the new show, The 7 Questions Guide, where we ask at least 7 good questions to prominent and successful marketers and entrepreneurs like Mark Bishop. Mark, welcome to the show.
Hey, Andy. How are you?
Fine, thank you. I'm not going to ask you how yourself. That would count as a question. Mark, can you just give us a brief bio about yourself and, in that context, how you were ranking YouTube videos before rolling out this product?
Sure. Okay. Many of your viewers will probably know me or know my sort of background. So kind of started off with niche marketing, but I used to build an awful lot of niche websites. And just to cut a long story short, the niche websites, Google, they don't kind of rank them the same as they used to. So obviously Google owns YouTube, so it was natural really to try and use YouTube. You probably know yourself when you go on to Google, when you're searching for the solution, an answer to something, then you're going to be more inclined to click a video. So with that being said, it makes sense to use videos. They rank better, they're more engaging, and if you get them right, then they convert as well.
Great. I've had some practice with that too, and I've been doing it the manual way.
Yes.
But with these different softwares, it's very always appealing to see maybe there's a quicker and even more effective way. And in that way, can you tell me more about VidioJack and what it's about, and even the derivation of the name?
Sure. Okay. So VidioJack is a combination of obviously video and jack. Jack really meaning the fact that you ride somebody else's popularity or buzz or something like that. You've probably heard of launch jacking. So really what launch jacking is when you jump on the tail of a successful product launch and basically skim money off of that. Because you're using videos, then it's really, really easy to set up. Going back 3 years, you would have built a highly focused site around that product or around that product that was about to be launched. But then that would have been, you would have had to build content, you would have had to host it, domains, all that sort of stuff, and it's time and it's money. With videos, you can just put up a video, very short video, and that's basically all you need. Your description below, and then a cloaked link in the description, and that's all you really need. People can do this whether they have a list, whether they don't have a list. Anybody can do this, even complete newbies. If you can put a very short video together, then you can do this. And what we've done is VidioJack, to answer your question, sorry I ramble a bit, but VidioJack is it's a training course. So it's a step-by-step training course inside of the software, and it's also the software which automates 90% of the whole procedure. So inside the training, as I say, it's step-by-step. It's kind of for everybody, really. Anybody can follow it. But one of the most important aspects of it is the 3-section video. So I kind of go over how to basically borrow elements from the vendor's site, if you like, and then construct that into a video, which makes the whole thing very, very quick. So once you have that, you upload it to YouTube. And what happens with the software is we've got a 2-tier system in place. So the first tier is your social profiles, and that really means that you're getting high domain authority. These are great links, and they're not going to get you into trouble with either Google or YouTube. So your accounts are going to be safe. So you set up your accounts initially in the software. There's no APIs or anything like that to mess about with. It's basically just a case of adding your user details and clicking save. You do that once, and then it's saved. So what happens is, as soon as your video hits YouTube, it triggers the system, and then it starts building the tier 1 links. Now all this happens around about 30 minutes. So that's really seamless, really quick. And then once those first tier of links are built, then there's an incorporated how can I put this? Well, the links are already built in, so you don't have to mess about with anything. It just kind of happens seamlessly. So once your tier 1 links are built, a tier 2 link structure is built which points to tier 1, if that makes sense. And that gives tier 1 that additional link juice, if you like, additional power to rank your videos. Now we've set it up so you can do it from, say a product's launching tomorrow. Then we've built in a signaling system, which is a competition signaling system. So it's kind of like a traffic light system. So you've got green for go, you've got amber, which may take a little bit more, and then you've got red, which is going to be slightly more difficult to rank for. But as long as you follow the competition signaling, then you should be able to get your video using our link structures onto page 1 in sometimes just minutes. But usually if you allow yourself 24 hours, then it's good to go usually.
Thank you, Mark. I really have a much better idea about that. But just to clarify, can you tell me, do I have to build my own tier 1 structured links? Is that something that's inherent in the system?
No. Like I say, I mean, what you do is when you log into the software, you'll be presented with the dash, and you'll be asked to enter all of your details. So you do this just once. So it's just all of your details for all of the different platforms that we use, social media platforms. So you do that once. You put your YouTube channel in there as well, save it, and then you're done. So whenever you upload a video, regardless of when it is, you don't have to do anything. It's all done for you. So because we've got YouTube integrated through API, then it acts as a trigger. So as soon as your video is uploaded to YouTube, then it triggers the system. You don't have to do anything.
Right, so the process takes about 30 minutes. And Mark, with testing and so forth in your research, how long does it take to index these links, per se? Because that's really what counts. I understand that Google only indexes about 25%.
Yeah, what we've got, I should have mentioned that, sorry, Andy. What we've got is we auto-build tier 1 and then auto-build tier 2, which point to tier 1. And then once those 2 tiers are built, then it's automatically pinged. So everything is pinged straight away.
Fantastic. Thank you. Can you just detail a little bit about the parameters, especially for newbies who might have difficulty or a little bit phobic with these types of software? The ease of navigation, is it difficult to use? Just some of the parameters of the system, if you don't mind.
Well, I'm not the cleverest guy in the world, Andy, so it had to be quite easy. It's just really, like I said, there's no messing about with APIs or any technical stuff. We wanted something to be essentially very, very easy to do, something that anybody could get off the ground. Even if you're just jumping online today, it's not going to cost you anything. Obviously, you have to buy the software, but it's not going to cost you anything. There's no recurring costs. There's no ongoing costs. You won't have to pay for this. You won't have to buy domains or anything like that. It's just a case of jumping on. You put your social media details in there. You put your YouTube channel in there. I mean, all of these platforms are free to use. You might have to sign up for 1 or 2 if you're not a member of them. But again, it's all free. So you put those details in there initially, you lock them in, and it's done. So the only thing you have to do is make the videos. But we cover all of that in the training, and that's very, very easy too. And even if you don't have a video recording software, there's free ones online. Cam Studio, for example.
Right, so it sounds like the process of creating a video is going to be much more detailed than actually using the system with VidioJack.
Yeah, well, you say that, but the way we've got it, the way we talk about it in the training, it's very easy to do. So it's just 3 parts. I'm not going to give it all away here, but it's just 3 parts. And basically what you're doing is you're borrowing the biggest part from the vendor. So there's very, very little to do. So you can basically do it with PowerPoint, the bits that you would need to do yourself. So, you can have the whole thing done in, let's say you're brand new to this and you just grab the basics of making a quick video, which wouldn't take long. And then, from start to finish, the whole thing's going to take you around about an hour.
That's very promising. And I understand through your case study, you've been making easily 3 figures, correct? $100, $200 from each campaign.
Well, the thing with anything, Andy, is sometimes something will work great, sometimes it won't. It depends on the kind of people that are searching. Now, I keep touching on the idea of product jacking here, product launch jacking. But you can also use this in evergreen on evergreen products as well. But the thing with launches is they have an awful lot of buzz at one point. Over the period of, say, 2, 3, maybe 5 days, they're really, really popular. Everybody's looking for information on them, and you stand a chance of making a good deal of money. Now, one of the case studies, we made close to $1,500 from a new account, I would say, close to $1,500 on that one. One of them only made, I think it was about $100, but for an hour's work, it's not bad, and it's still making the occasional sale. One of them only made, let's see, I think it made about $33, which isn't great, but at the end of the day, you can't expect 100% success with anything, but it does work, and it's something that absolutely anybody can do.
No, and it's especially significant for people who are struggling or who've never made a penny online, and it gives them confidence. And I think that probably means more than the actual outcome, at least for the first one.
Well, I mean, yourself, Andy, I mean, when you start off, to see failure time and time again, it's detrimental. It really has an impact on you. But if you can, jump online and you can think, well, I'm going to target that product, and I know that I'm going to make some money from that. You don't have to spend any money. You might have to put a little bit of your time in, say an hour or so. But that one product, that one video can make you hundreds of dollars.
And it's all about competition, and I'm glad that the system actually tells you which campaign to go after. But
yes.
Let's just say the untoward circumstance, and Google loves to do this to me, always puts my either video, even with my websites, always on page 2 at the top. Is there anything I can do within the system itself to try to elevate it towards that page 1 coveted spot?
Yes. What we've got is, as well as the full automation, what we've got is something which is drip and schedule. So it's basically doing what you've done already, but on a semi-manual basis. So what happens is you take all the details and you post it into the software, into this specific area of the software, and then you choose when you want to schedule it and drip it. And then it goes off and it does it again, kind of automatically, but you do have to sort of post that. And so essentially what you get is double the power that you got initially with the full automation, if that makes sense.
No, it does. So there's definitely possibility of going from page 2 to page 1, just want that extra effort.
That's right, yeah. But then, if you use the competition signaling system, the chances of you not making it onto page 1 for the phrase that you choose is going to be very, very slim.
Okay, that's reassuring to know. Now, Mark, how is VidioJack different than, say, services like Fiverr or even those other link building software that we've seen in the past? What makes your product stand out? If you don't mind?
For one, it's a complete system in a box, if you like. So, with a lot of things, let's say Fiverr, for example, over there, you have no control over what's happening. You don't know where those links are coming from. At least with VidioJack, you know that those first tier links are very, very safe. So there's going to be no issues with those. Those are your own accounts. So they're good. So there's no chance of you being slapped for doing anything underhand. Secondly, as I say, it's a complete system. So with a lot of the softwares out there or a lot of the products, they're one thing or the other, whereas VidioJack is everything in one place. So you have the training and you also have the automation. So everything is right there. You don't have to leave the platform. You'll know what to do, you know when to do it, and you'll be able to do it on full automation. Okay,
thank you. Mark, I know your time is limited. Can you just review quickly the OTOs? Because I know people will be interested in those as well.
On the front end, there's 3 options. So we're giving people the option to kind of choose whichever license they want. Some people won't want to do as many projects per week as others, but they're all pretty closely linked in terms of price. There is an OTO, and that is an elite version. So you'll get developers' rights, you'll get outsource rights. And what that means is that, you know, even though there's very little work to actually do, what you can do is you can actually outsource all of that as well. So you can get people to run the whole thing for you if you like. So you can go over to sort of Upwork, for example, and you can employ somebody there for, you know, a couple of dollars an hour, and they can do the whole thing for you. So yeah, you can basically integrate your outsourcers into the system. And there's an OTO2 as well.
Pardon me?
There's an OTO2 as well. Oh, I should go back to OTO1. There's also additional training in there as well. So if you wanted to take things to another level, more advanced, then, you know, that's kind of included with that version. So the elite version covers additional training. It covers the outsource edition and developers' rights. Plus, you get to use it unlimited. So if you wanted to put an awful lot of projects together, then you could do. And then, you know, lastly, there is a resellers option. Now, this isn't for everybody, but if anybody wants a business in a box, really, something that they can start selling straight away, then they'll be able to sell VidioJack and keep 100% of the profits. And that's it.
No, thank you. You've done a very, very good job explaining, of course, the product as well as the OTOs. Mark, any last words? Anything that someone will either lose or gain about this? Maybe you want to touch on pricing. Maybe it's an advantage now to buy, I understand, before.
Well, it's always going to be an advantage to buy early, because obviously we're going through a launch period. The whole thing is hugely discounted. What we've decided to do here is to step up the prices significantly. So when we launch, which is Monday, the 7th of March, so next Monday, we'll be launching at 9 a.m. Eastern time. And then we'll have an early bird in place. It'll be, let me see, $22.77 for the front end product. And that will be in place for 3 hours. After that, then it jumps up by $7. Okay, and then it'll jump up twice a day for the next couple of days. So it's a 3-day launch. After that, you know, it'll jump right up to $67.
Okay, it still will be accessible, just much higher price.
Yes, it will be accessible. It's an ongoing project. It's something that will receive updates. It's something that we think, you know, nearly everybody that wants to make some money is going to be able to utilize. So yeah, it will be there, but it will be more expensive.
Fantastic. I think you pretty much covered everything. I know that I hit on at least 7 questions that I think my audience might have.
Yeah. I think you might have gone past 7 there, Andy, didn't you?
Exactly.
But, yeah, I mean,
good questions.
The thing with it is like most things you see and you're offered online, you know, you might see something that says, yeah, I made $38,000 in a month doing this, or I made $600 odd in a day doing this, and that's great, and they may well have done that. But you know, what you need to ask yourself is, can you actually do that? You know, have you got the time, the inclination, and the money to put something like that together in order to see a return? With this, you don't need any domains, you don't need any websites, you don't need any money. You know, if you can put a very short video together, which we'll show you how to do, then, you know, you're good to go.
And I love the fact that videos are just easier to rank than
they are.
So that's an advantage in itself. Mark, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
No, you're welcome.
I'm sure my audience will as well. And I wish you nothing but the best. Thanks so much.